Hi, I'm Keo,
And I'm Sejun.
and we are going to be talking about Max Payne 3 on the Binch Bros podcast. What's up, everyone? This is Keo.
Hey, I'm Sejun. You know, this is the thing I'm talking about right here. Instead of the introductions, we should already be just talking, and it should just fade in after the music.
I got talking. You.
So,
that's the charm, though. Kind of the charm. But
well,
I don't know.
We could try different charms.
I'm down.
It's like when it's like when the librarian takes her glasses off and takes her hair down. You're like, ooh la la, It's like that. This is us trying something different,
Yeah.
Who knew they had it in them?
Yeah. I got you. Which is why we put it in already.
Yeah, so, hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm the librarian, obviously, Sejun.
I'm the book he's holding. Hello.
Yeah, and we are going to blow your perception of Binch Bros right now by talking about a video game that's not Max Payne related for the first time in a while.
Yeah. But we're still going to talk about it later on.
Yeah,
in this
we are going to talk about it later on. Before Max Payne, though, me and Keo have been playing other video games during this whole Remedy thing. Yeah. But they've only really heard about Max Payne.
Yeah.
So, what games have we been playing? What games have you been playing?
Just to quickly write them off right now. Splatoon 2. Obviously, Overwatch. I picked up competitive. A bit of Nier. Started that off. And I think that's it. I feel like there's one more thing, but I think it's fine.
Well, I also... I played a bit of I almost called the Paladins. Lawbreakers.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did.
Yeah,
I played that a little bit too.
Yeah, and I don't think that game's gonna be free.
Nope. It's gonna be $40, I think.
Yeah, we got to play the beta and fun times.
Not bad.
I don't think I'm gonna buy another first-person shooter multiplayer only game.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's in the cards for me right now.
Yeah.
But maybe, who knows? If I were to, that would be as good a game as any to pick up because it really felt kind of like old Quake slash Unreal Tournament vibes. The shooting was really fast. The floatiness was really fun.
Definitely there. Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be like this in the full game, but in the beta, you basically queue up into different game modes that are random.
Oh, so it's like Overwatch, essentially, when you queue up, you get random maps and stuff.
Yeah. Overwatch is random too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... Titanfall has a mode like that called, oh, geez, what is it called? It's like
let's
lottery.
Not go... yeah.
Wait, what is that? Where, you don't like it?
We're going back all the way to, Titanfall 1 or 2, even?
2.
Okay.
I don't know about 1.
Still, we tried that. So we tried to do that one time.
Well, we're gonna talk about news. Did you hear about the big Titanfall 2 update?
No.
Yeah, they had a huge. I forget what the big other.
Is this your segue? For your news.
I guess this is all from memory. I heard about this about a week ago, but they released a new Titan.
Yeah,
and it's really crazy. I guess it's got 3 stages of something. I forget. They nerfed all handguns in the game because I guess handguns were OP. They just did a whole.
So they were essentially the shotguns for I guess any multiplayer game. I guess.
Yeah, right. I could think of a Destiny, Halo,
or even rollers or rollers in Splatoon.
Do they need to be nerfed?
No. Well, I don't know. But I feel like they're essentially the same as a shotgun, or I guess the bullet or the pistols or whatever you said for Titanfall 2, where they're just annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember that one pistol in Titanfall 2 that can auto aim Whenever
I remember this, yes.
I forget what it was. It was like a kill streak perk.
Yeah, it's a. Oh, it was, wasn't it? That's right.
I think
They nerfed that.
No, I guess they just nerfed all pistols, but I didn't know pistols were so crazy.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But
yeah. You were mentioning that Titanfall 2 had a similar thing, like random map, right?
Yeah, and just first person or just multiplayer shooters. I think they're leaning towards that a lot because which is kind of weird because I really like. I miss traditional deathmatch. Yeah, I can't think of the last time I played deathmatch in a game.
Yeah,
Can you?
I'm glad. I think out of all the first person shooters, I did not like deathmatch at all. I'd rather play like domination or some sort of objective based game. So I'm I'm pro for the randomness, but to answer your question, no, I haven't.
The reason I like deathmatch is because objective game modes generally bottleneck all the players into one area.
Yeah,
because that's where the fighting is. Whereas in deathmatch, you could have your individual skirmishes one-on-one all over the map. Yeah.
That's more random. Like with a on the way I see it is that I like that bottleneck because then there's you can formulate a strategy from it, and then you can end up just like I don't know back capping or even like flanking because you know the position and where the enemies are coming from or whatever, right?
Like the more I think about it, the more I get nostalgic for old shooters because I can't remember the last time I've played a shooter online that wasn't team-based.
Yeah. Like a free-for-all type thing?
Yeah, I kind of want to be on my own team.
Yeah.
Just me.
Fuck them all up.
And everyone is against each other.
Yeah.
And the best feeling is when you see two people try to kill each other, you kill both of them from like just coming through the side.
Yeah.
Pick up those kills, I mean, that could happen to you too. But I mean, that way it's like, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. We were talking about how in fighting games, you're really reliant on yourself, whereas in other games, you're reliant on your team. Yeah. And that's like kind of what deathmatch used to be. Not team deathmatch, but regular deathmatch. Right. You yourself was, you could only blame yourself if you got 0 kills and like 5 deaths, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. But speaking of fighting games, I've also been playing Tekken.
Yeah, that's right.
I jumped in on the Comrades multiplayer beta for Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, I think I have that installed now because I ended up installing it. Do you know how long that beta is?
Yeah, it goes on till the 8th, I think.
Ah, beautiful. Tomorrow or
Tuesday. 2 days. Yeah. Yeah, so it's weird jumping back into that game, that's for sure. That's very strange, but it's okay. They need to work on a lot of stuff so far. They have a lot of problems with it, like when you start up a lobby, I guess. Yeah. It there's no way to cancel out of things. You can't like leave. And also when one person dies, they just like are booted from the server. Oh, wow. That was really crazy, yeah. Me and Justin were fighting this boss fight, and I died, and I ended up on the main menu again. And then I so I was like, okay, let me get back in. And then it said I was joining, like originally I was in the Lucis server, and then it said I'm joining the Niflheim server.
And that's obviously not where you guys were.
And then so I couldn't. So Justin, he died, whatever, and then he's like tried to open up a new lobby. Yeah. I couldn't join him because I was in another server.
Oh my gosh!
And then, so he restarted his game, and then he got into the Niflheim server. But then we tried to log in together, and I think there was some issue happening because it said I didn't have PlayStation Plus, even though I do. Yeah. And he was just like, I'm done. I'm not trying this again. Yeah. But
obviously some bugs they need to. Well, that's why it's in beta, right? So.
Yeah, also like very limited character customization right now. I mean, you can mess with your face all you want, but there's like 3 different clothing options and like 2 hairstyles, I think.
Yeah.
Is I don't know, but you could see there was like other ones that weren't filled in yet. So
you could be a girl too, right? Or like,
yeah, I played as a woman, so I don't know what the male options look like, but I think you can create a couple characters if you want.
Nice, awesome. How do you? What was it? Is it free? Like, is it a free update on? Like, do I have to have a season pass for this?
You have to have a season pass for it.
Shit. Or just buy that expansion or whatever, right?
Well, not for the beta. I think you need a season pass.
When it actually comes out?
No, I mean for the beta, because they're doing another beta.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, well, I would never be able to play it then. I don't think I got the season pass.
Yeah, they're doing another beta for it in like maybe a week.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait.
Because there's no release date for the game, for the comrades yet.
Oh, I see. Okay. Wait, on like the weekend again or something?
It ran for like 6 days, I think.
Shit.
So like something like that. I think it ran for like a week. So I think the next one will probably run for a week too.
Really should have hopped on it. Because I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be home for like the week this week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You'll probably get I don't know when exactly it is. I mean, why don't we just look it up real quick? But I mean, it's like at some point they're going to do another beta, and I don't know how long that one's going to go for. Yeah. But
we could assume that might be like a week, right?
I mean, if this one was a week, like maybe that one's going to be a week. They said that okay, so never mind. The closed because of the server issues, they're scheduling another closed beta next week. Yeah. Okay, so
that makes sense.
So that's going to run for 3 days, 11th through 13th.
11th through 13th.
Mm-hmm.
That is less than a week.
Yeah, it's 3 days.
Damn, I am going to be gone those 3 days.
Really? That's exactly 3 days?
That sucks. All right, whatever. Really, I mean, I still don't have the season pass, so it's still kind of, I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. So.
I'm kind of pumped that I got the season pass because I didn't really play anything yet, but like now that like Gladiolus and Prompto's campaigns are out, and then Ignis is going to come out soon. Having played that beta, it reminded me like, oh yeah, that's how you play it. Because the biggest thing, the hurdle was, I was like, I don't remember how to play this game.
Yeah, always.
I'm not going to play this game again. And then I played that beta for a second. I was like, oh, I remember how to play this game. Like, I remember how to And then also they, I guess there's a free update, but they added like a special chapter like that you can look up, like that you can just play in the main game, which is, I think it's Ignis and Gladiolus. It's like from their point of view when they get separated from Noctis in chapter 13. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Also, it'd be fun to replay that weird chapter 13 update. Remember they changed chapter 13?
Oh yeah, that's right. The freaking stupid puzzle thing.
Yeah, that like long like
the maze
solo
kind of thing.
Solo thing.
Yeah, I didn't like that one too much.
Where you had the ring. You didn't have any weapons. You just had that ring that would like kill things.
Yep.
Yeah, so they changed that. So I would like to get back and play that.
Yeah,
and see what that's like.
That'd be cool to take a look at.
Yeah. Besides that, I finished all of Neo.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't played the DLC or anything, but that game's really fun. I played I completed everything in Tekken. So now I'm just waiting for DLC characters to come because I'm still playing it here and there. That's the game disc that's in my PlayStation, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a really cool game. I really like games like fighting games like that, and like Street Fighter, and like I don't know. Generally, I like simpler mechanics that are or not simpler mechanics, but like because Tekken's really complex when it wants to be, but it's very like you don't have to worry about like an infinity stone or like tagging into other characters and assists and like like advancing guards, and there's like a million different mechanics in fighting games, and so it's really fun to play one that's like more pared back. And
if I may, when I was in Evo, I think the biggest thing in Tekken 7, right? The meta is to use the walls to reset the bodies, so that way you could do your extend your combo or something.
Yeah, it's called a wall splat, and which is a funny word. There's like different types of wall splats. There's like you can hit someone into a wall and then get another combo off of them.
Yeah.
But if it's like too heavy, then they're invincible.
Right.
It's like you don't get a free combo off of them. There's also like bounces off a lot of off the ground in that game.
Yeah.
It's about so you might get a person on the ground, but you have to get in and like hit them again to like kind of, you're not restanding them, but you're popping them up for a second.
You're like
OTG.
resetting their hitbox or something, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, you're keeping it, and you don't want to stay on the ground. It's like a lot of fighting games. If you get a hard knockdown, it's advantageous for the person who got knocked down, because then they're kind of safe for a second, and then the person who's aggressive has to like do guesswork. They have to like, are they gonna do a wake up attack, or can I get them? Whereas in Tekken, if you knock someone on the ground, you can start kicking them.
Yeah.
So it's like really
it's
like
very
if
cool.
you get knocked down, matches go by really fast in Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I was at Evo, like they took a while, but they were still pretty fast considering.
I could see that, yeah, because there's not really too much. Not many things do chip damage, which is where if someone's guarding and they're getting hit, they still take damage. That doesn't happen too often, but there's a lot of I really like that game. And I don't know, it's really, they brought Akuma from Street Fighter into it.
Yeah.
And he's just like, if you've ever played Street Fighter, like you should, if you're familiar with Street Fighter, you're definitely gonna be familiar with how to play Akuma. In this game, he plays exactly like he does in Street Fighter.
Was he just recently released? No,
he's part of the main game. He's like a big part of the story, which is really crazy.
Yeah,
like that story is not as like film like and good as Injustices, but it's still fun and has like really big moments that you're like, oh, that's really awesome. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but like certain characters fighting against each other, and you're like, oh wow, that's really fun actually. Yeah, but that's that.
Yeah. I want to say what I've done, but I mean, like, I don't know. I was like Splatoon 2, right? That's like the thing I kind of switch between Overwatch now that we finished Max Payne 3, or I finished Max Payne 3, and I don't know. There's not really much to say about it other than like it's just fun, and it's there's like some sort of strategy you could do with it. Because like the biggest annoyance that I've had was that everyone uses rollers, and then I ended up figuring out that range kind of like helps against them. You just have to find them before they find you, and get close enough. And I think like the big my thing is I'm just learning a new just a new game and how their strategies work, and then maps are obviously come into play from there too.
I have a question.
What up?
Do you cover your spawn?
Like right away? Like
you should.
For like what? Regular
for Turf War or whatever.
Turf War. Yeah, Turf War I do, but like other game modes I kind of it's not necessary to do that, really.
Yeah, but I mean like Turf War, I see so many people online lose by like 1%, and that 1% is their spawn.
Yeah, I definitely cover it, like especially when it's like halfway through or like at least the 1 minute mark. I start covering like the starting areas and when we come out from.
That's like the first thing you should cover.
Yeah.
I remember that in Splatoon 1 too.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of Splatoon 1 players are probably dominating in Splatoon 2 because not too many people picked up a Wii U compared to how many people picked up the Switch. And so there's got to be veterans who have more of a familiarity.
Yeah. Do you know if are there like actual like pro, like, I don't know, like pros are in Splatoon 2? I've seen like kind of like the Splatoon 2 World Cup or whatever when they first released, but like Splatoon itself, for Wii U, do you know if there's like a I guess a leaderboard is what I'm asking.
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they keep track of that stuff somehow.
Do you I bet there is a single person.
No, I don't know any single Overwatch player though. So I mean,
okay,
it's not like I can really keep up to date with shooter.
Right.
I don't know a single Call of Duty pro.
Yeah. So okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a Dota pro.
Yeah.
Or League of Legends. League of Legends, the biggest game like in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know a single like professional player from it.
Yeah. I guess you would have to be like invested into esports, right?
I like fighting games. And so I know a ton of fighting game players, but also it's like that player, you don't know like I don't know, a lot of these games are like team based,
Yeah.
Whereas like
you can't really single out a single person in a team, right? I
guess you could. There's that Tracer, I forget their name, but they're like really good as Tracer.
Oh, the Genji too, right?
I don't know.
Its name is Blink. It's like a goose, sky goose. Oh god,
I have no idea.
The name will come up, and then I'll just randomly say it as we're doing the podcast, and I will say it because it's gonna bother me.
I know there's a guy on Injustice, and he played Mortal Kombat and stuff, and his name is Sonic Fox. He's a fighting game guy. He's really good. He's like probably the newest guy. Him and Salem from Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
those are like the newest people I know.
Seems like the only one I know of.
I mean, there's that YouTuber Maximilian, Daigo, and Justin Wong. Infiltration. Those are like the big ones I know. Oh, Filipino champ.
As well, or
I don't. Well, I don't know. Daigo definitely Street Fighter person, but I mean these guys play multiple games. Usually they don't like Justin Wong plays Marvel, but he also plays other fighting games. Like but that's the thing. Like with fighting game community, it's more. It's not like a person might be known for a game, but they'll compete in other games too.
Okay.
Whereas I don't know how Overwatch's players do. Or League of Legends. I don't know if the Overwatch players also play, Splatoon on the side, for another cup or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like if you're part of a team, maybe you have to focus down on that one game.
Yeah. No, you would pretty much have to, because then otherwise, you kind of start slacking, and then you end up like literally being carried by the team, right?
It's weird, right? Because sometimes when you play a game that's similar to another game, it throws you off because you're like, oh, wait, these mechanics are different. So I have to recenter myself.
Yeah.
But a lot of times there's like a synergy in fighting games, right? So like,
yeah, you mentioned this before.
Yeah, like you start picking things up from one game and applying it to another game. And it doesn't always work because mechanics are different.
Yeah,
like, they aren't really off the ground. In Injustice, for instance, if it's a hard knockdown, they're on the ground and they're safe. Whereas in Tekken, it's the reverse. But but similar things are always similar. Like, if someone's blocking all the time, you should go for a grab. If someone's always doing a wake up move, on wake up, you should block and punish.
Yeah.
You should block and punish.
I was gonna step back. I was just gonna step back, June.
It's weird. That's one thing I forgot to mention earlier when we were talking about Tekken. There's a lot of unblockable moves in that game, which is very different from a lot of fighting games.
Okay. Yeah.
So I always find myself getting caught by like, the person will be like doing a move and he'll hit me and I'll be blocking and he'll just like knock me on my ground. Yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That's a thing in this game that happens a lot.
Unblockable hits. Speaking of unblockable hits, I really can't wait to play like Nier, any like the newer games. I know that wasn't a great.
You are playing Nier, aren't you?
Yeah, but like I want to play like the most recent games already. Like I know I'm really enjoying playing the older games, right? But I'm really forgetting how the mechanics of like the newer games or like the graphics even, I guess. But it's more of like physics and everything. How that's progressed already. And I feel like I'm losing that touch now.
There's definitely gotta not get that from games like Nier.
Yeah.
Like physics, like there isn't really anything affecting physics too much in games like Nier. And I mean, there's like, yeah, no, it's all like animation based. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I might be just thinking about like
Max Payne 3 has a lot of physics stuff.
Yeah.
That game, and I mean, playing through it again, I played it on my PlayStation this time, right?
Yeah.
PlayStation 3. And boy, does that game hold up graphically. That is a good looking game.
Yeah. It looked that.
That is a really good looking game.
That's what reminded me. Like damn, I really
that
really want to pick up other games right now. Like that came out like this year at least.
I think that game looks better than a lot of new games. Like the stuff they do with presentation and character animation. That game looks really great.
We should,
but I mean, we should talk about it.
Yeah, that's a good segue, right?
So
okay,
immediately the game starts. The game starts 8 years after Max Payne 2.
Yeah.
Max Payne is working for. He's working as bodyguard for the family called the Broncos in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And he is him and his partner Passos are working as bodyguards for this rich family, the head of which is Rodrigo Branco. He's a man in his 50s, and he's I don't remember what his business is, but he is the head of it.
Yeah, he just has money.
Yeah, I forget what it. I mean, I forget what it does, but it does. Yeah. He is rich. But that's not really important what he does. He has a wife in her 20s named Fabiana, and he has He has two younger brothers. Politician named Victor, who's in his 40s or 50s. And a much younger brother named Marcello, who's like a party boy, I would say late 20s, maybe early 30s. And so they're a rich family, and they're having like a loungy party.
Yeah.
In the beginning, like for other important people in the like city.
It's like in some sort of hotel or something.
Yeah.
Just having like a party.
And then that party gets attacked
by the cleaners.
Nope.
Just kidding. They don't come back.
You don't know who they are. It's a group of masked people. You assume that they're poor, like poor people from the slums because that's like the information that you get, and they attack. You think it's like kind of like a socialist, like a down with the rich type of thing. And so they're gonna try and kidnap Rodrigo, and they almost succeed, but you play as Max and you stop them, and this is where you first play the game and have to acquaint yourself with this new Max Payne style of gameplay.
So a couple things. First of all, when it first started and the camera pans to Max in Sao Paulo, there's two things that came in mind. First of all, he looks like a mix of, at least in that suit, of Michael from Grand Theft Auto, mainly because it's Rockstar and it kind of has that same like look to it, and with the way his like suit is and everything.
I felt that when I played Grand Theft Auto 5, I felt like he looked a lot. They took a lot of inspiration from Max Payne.
Yeah,
for his look.
And then Oh, so yeah, it's because Max Payne 3 came out first before Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yes, much
okay.
earlier than Grand Theft Auto 5.
The other thing I noticed was he also looks a lot like a younger version. Oh shit, you haven't seen it, but I'm gonna say it for the audience, for the listeners, I guess. He looks like a younger version of like Walter White.
Okay, I know who Bryan Cranston looks like.
Right.
He's a very famous actor.
All right. Well, he looked like that. I was like, what the fuck?
So he's in the first game he was modeled after Sam Lake. In the second game he was modeled after Timothy Gibbs, I think his name is, the actor who played him in the comic book scenes. And in this game, he's James something is the model, but he's the voice actor of Max Payne.
Yeah,
the voice actor from all 3 games. This is the first time he did like motion capture for him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it's him playing Max Payne in the scenes. And they do a lot of that stuff. Like a lot of people, I think, are modeled after real people or whatever.
Yeah,
they look good.
James McCaffrey.
James McCaffrey, yeah. And so Max Payne. So you immediately start playing the game in this new style, and this game does this a lot where they like it'll pause to give you a tutorial. And it does this a few times throughout the game. It does it one time during a sort of boss fight, which is kind of annoying, but I'll bring that up later. But so what happens is you realize now you can only pick up 2 weapons at a time, but they're divided in different classes. There's handguns, automatic handguns, like shotguns, which are like, so these are all one-handed guns. Sawed-off shotgun, and then you have your long guns, which are like big
sniper rifles.
Exactly, shotguns, sniper rifles, assault rifles. Yeah. But the way the game works is you can have two small guns at any time.
Like 2 pistols or whatever.
Yeah, right. And then when you pick up a long gun, it holsters to 2 pistols. But if you want to dual wield the 2 guns that you have, you drop the big gun. Yeah. So
I noticed that only like towards like 3/4 of the way into the game.
Because you were only using the long gun when you got it?
I was actually using the 2 guns for a while, and then I decided to just do the long guns, and then I noticed, oh shit.
You can use a handgun if you have a lot without dropping the long gun, but you can't dual wield it.
Yeah, that's when I noticed. I was like, wait, hold on. Well, let me just do this standing still, and I switched to the dual hand, and then it dropped my my main gun is what I'm gonna call it, I guess.
Yeah, if he only had straps on those big guns, then he could wear them while he was dual wielding.
I like the way they do it though, like the way. It's kind of realistic at that point.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's simplified too, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it's still pretty cool. I found myself just using dual guns anyway.
One thing I gotta say that really annoys me in this game is there's that, what is it called? Laser pointer guns.
Oh,
I hate laser pointer guns.
Yes. They're so inaccurate somehow.
Yeah, it gets rid of your white reticle, which is like so accurate and perfect.
Yeah.
And instead it replaces it with like this jumpy laser that like you can't tell where you're shooting.
It's weird how that really screws over your accuracy.
Yeah, you would think it'd be the other way around, but it's not.
Yeah.
But anyway, so during the fight, you start shooting people, and you learn real quickly another game mechanic. When you kill a dude, the screen flashes white, like for a split second. There's a flash, and it's really cool because if you're aiming at them, your reticle also becomes X for a second, like in Call of Duty. Yeah, it really helps for like when you need to move on, because sometimes when you're killing people, you're basically shooting at their direction, not even knowing if you can hit them or not, because a lot of enemies take cover a lot in this game, and you have to take cover. That's the other big change. Yeah. And anyway, so you start shoot dodging, and they bring back that system of the last person getting shot in slow motion, but they changed it. It's way more cinematic, very violent. This game is really violent.
A lot more gore, a lot more
Yeah,
skin.
yeah. They said they have that like effect, that bullet hitting the body part, and like the body part, like, you know, being all red and disgusting with the bullet hole, the exit wounds and stuff. Like that stuff wasn't in the previous games. Yeah, it looks good, but it's like the bodies like start squirting blood afterwards. It's just like, ew.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
Yeah.
But so you chase after the Rodrigo Bronco, who's been kidnapped, and you stop them from kidnapping him. And then
the wife is still taken.
No, she's not.
Oh.
She's not.
I'm still at the tutorial. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, no, she's not taken.
Okay, you got Rodrigo back.
So you find Rodrigo. At the party, you met a bunch of people. You met a doctor. You see a cop. He's like the head of the UFA, which is the big police, like SWAT sort of style police.
UFE.
And that guy's groups, his men come in, and they start shooting and killing the rest of the terrorists, I guess, that you didn't finish.
Yeah.
And then and it's kind of like a intense moment where you're like, oh geez, like these guys are probably not going to be nice guys.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to a few days later, and Max and Passos are bodyguarding Fabiana, the wife. Yeah. And Marcello and Fabiana's sister, and you guys fly in on a helicopter to a nightclub.
Yeah, you know, this is like the day after, wasn't it?
I don't know if it's the day after. I don't remember.
It felt like it. You know what I like about like and dislike about this game. When it's kind of playing similar to like Persona, in which like there's no times that like the transitions are like almost seamless.
Yeah, there's no loading screens in this game, except for like if you're loading a game.
Yeah, but the cutscenes pretty much like transition in, and like the next chapter's already starting. So I was like, shit. Like I noticed this because I wanted to stop at some point. Like I want to go. Let me get to the next chapter, and I'll pause before that. But it's a cutscene, and I want to see the cutscene before I could pause. And then as soon as the cutscene's done, the game starts, and I'm like, shit. I guess I have to play now.
It's cool how they.
But it's cool.
Yeah,
it's fun. Yeah, it's a good transition.
We forgot to mention they have this like TV style filter throughout the game.
Yeah,
and Max is an alcoholic. And when he's drunk, or when he's like not sober,
and he has a pill addiction. I guess
he does have a pill addiction. He's in a really low spot, and it shows in the game, like in the world of the game, like during cutscenes and in gameplay. It's like there's this filter throughout the game, and I feel like it could have been really annoying, but it didn't bother me when I'm playing it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that like where like there's like after, or no, just throughout the game. It's like there's like an after image of like, you know, the shot that's happening, or like someone will say something and like their words will pop up on the screen.
Oh,
like,
dude, when I saw that, I was thinking immediately like YouTube kind of like stuff, because like
YouTube.
Yeah, because like whenever someone just says something and then words come up at the same time, it just reminded me of like a YouTube like editing type thing.
It kind of gives me like a what's his name? What's his name?
Pilgrim-esque?
No, like a Guy Ritchie. Am I thinking of Guy Ritchie? I feel like like Snatch, like that sort of style. Mm-hmm. But maybe that's.
I think it's cool. But it just that kind of like slightly took me away from the game, just thinking about that. But like that's just like an editing's viewpoint. So like,
well, and that's
not really.
It's cool.
Thing, I don't think
they do a lot of split screens. Like a scene someone will be talking, then it'll freeze frame on that person, and the whole scene will like shift to the right of the screen, but it'll stay there while another scene starts playing. And they got rid of all the comic book cutscenes from the first two games. So
I figured that's kind of similar to the comic book.
Yeah.
But obviously it's not, because it doesn't really have that many panels. Like the max panels ever gotten to was like 3, right?
No, but for sure, that's like the if you've like seen like the Ang Lee Hulk movie or something, you know, it's like they do similar things, you know. So it's like it's definitely an interesting way of changing that idea, but while keeping the essence of it.
Yeah.
And
I think the filter, just real quick, the filter of like the delace image and like the distortion of like the image too. I think in the beginning I didn't like it too much, and then towards the end I was like, okay, I understand. It's like supposed to be like his drinking addiction or his drinking problem and his pill addiction or whatever. And I kind of accepted after that.
When you take pills in the game, when you take damage and you take pills, it does that to the screen too.
Yeah.
And when
I
you
think it's cool.
take a lot of damage, I think it does that. But yeah, so he's like Fabiana and Marcello are going to this nightclub, and things immediately go wrong. The kidnappers are
obviously
coming back for the second attempt. Did you notice a soccer player named Claudio getting killed in this scene? Because that guy, like you see like memorials to him throughout the game afterwards. I find that really interesting.
Yeah,
like his death really affects this town.
Yeah,
but because he's like a local hero, soccer player. But
hero, or just like a famous person. Like, did he actually do something?
No, I mean like a person people love.
Okay, gotcha.
Like anyway,
yeah, he was the first person I noticed he got shot. I was like, damn, okay, that sucks.
It's just like as you play the game, you see like when you're in the soccer stadium later, you see a memorial to him, and then you see a thing to him later in the favelas. It's really interesting. Like that one character. And like, you know, Max mentioned something later about soccer, or Paso says something about soccer. Like Max says something bad about soccer. He says it's a stupid sport, and Paso says that's blasphemy in this town.
Yes,
and then you see that later. But anyway, so the sisters get kidnapped, and Marcello gets away, and so you're playing throughout this level, which I think is one of the best levels of the game, the nightclub. Yeah, I think it's great. It's the first real level of the game, because that Rodrigo's pool party, I think, is more of a tutorial. Yeah. But this level is great because it takes you.
It shows you everything, right?
Yeah, it looks.
Like all the weapons.
Well, first of all, it looks great. It's like a really fun venue. You know, there's a lot of people running around. You know, innocent people and bad guys. You know, it's like you have to kind of be careful. I mean, I don't know what happens if you shoot someone innocent, but I don't think
I haven't. I think I've only done it once by accident, and I'm not even sure if they died.
I shot a dude who was surrendering once, but he was a bad guy.
I did not shoot that guy.
No. It was I reloaded it, but
okay.
There's a part where a guy runs in the room and drops his gun, but my reaction was I shot him.
I literally know what scene you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but so
that's fun.
So you're like going through the nightclub, and then and it's great because like you go from inside the nightclub, and like, you know, you go through like the sushi bar, you're going through, it's a pretty big club, and then you get to the roof area, and it like becomes this totally different like style of combat, you know, because there isn't as much like cover. There's like long range happening, and then eventually you get to Passos and Marcello, who are on a helicopter, and then it does like a turret sequence kind of where you have a gun and you're just shooting people from a helicopter while the helicopter is moving on zone. So it's like it's giving you this new gameplay style, which Max Payne 1 and 2 really didn't do too much. Yeah. And then so you end up rescuing Giovanna, yes, the sister. Giovanna. Yeah. And but
by the way, I want to say like the mechanics are the shooting, like there's like hard lock and soft lock in this game. I ended up going with soft lock. Yeah. And when I was doing the sniper portion of this game, I found that I was just aiming then shooting, like pressing the aim button, aiming and then shooting, letting it go, aim then shoot. And I felt like that was a little OP, just because like I don't really have to do anything. Yeah. I just have to point in that general direction, then aim, and it'll lock onto them.
Definitely OP. But the game, it's funny because you die really fast in this game.
Yeah, you do.
So it's like, I think it's playing with free aim is also like makes it much harder.
Yeah.
But and I think the way it works is on the higher difficulty settings, you don't get an option for soft lock. So that's pretty cool trade off. You know what I mean? So you have to play the harder difficulty options with free aim.
Damn. Okay. So mouse and keyboard from there, to be honest.
but so it gets really crazy, and then you rescue Fabiana.
Yes.
And you see that Fabiana and Passos have like a connection.
They get real intimate, yeah.
Yeah, because he hugs her like afterwards, and then does it do a flashback from here, or does it just go?
I think it might just go, because I think you go into the office scene with Rodrigo, right?
And there's no flashback before this.
I don't think there's a flashback until after that point.
Okay, well, before that, it goes into Max's drunken like home life where he's just sad.
He's in New Jersey, is that right? I thought he was in New York.
He's in New Jersey in the flashbacks. He's not in New York but
he was
in the other games. He was in New York.
Okay,
so at some point he moved from New York to Jersey. But then you go to New York at one point in the game. We'll talk about that when we get there.
Yes.
But
okay.
So then we're at Rodrigo Bronco's office.
Yeah. He's pretty much just saying like, damn, they still got Fabiana. They want money. Or he ended up getting a note saying that he wants
That's
money.
That's what it is. And then we cut to the stadium.
Yes,
where you're making the ransom exchange.
Yeah, obviously, like Paulo and like Max say, yeah, we could take the money over there. Passos.
Yeah.
What does it say? Paulo?
Yeah, Raul Passos.
Passos.
He's a really good character. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Like he's one of the cool. All the characters in this game are way less cartoony, pretty much, than
definitely
the first two. There aren't so many like characters, but Passos, Max's partner, he's written really well.
Yeah,
and yeah, you really do. It's funny, like you hate the people that Max is like bodyguarding. Like in the beginning, you're like, yeah, these guys suck. But I mean, they go through some shit, so it's like you can't end up hating them that much. But I mean, like they do, like they really go out of their way to make you feel like they're not worth much, you know?
Yeah.
Like Marcello, like the first scene you see him in, he's just like, you know, all coked up and like just, you know,
like a loose cannon, pretty much.
I mean, he's just like so spoiled, you know?
Yeah.
But so anyway, you go to the stadium, Passos and Max to give them, I think it's like millions of dollars. I forget how much it is, but it's a lot of money.
It's definitely a lot of money.
So they get there, and then before the money exchange happens, they start getting shot at by some other third party.
Yeah,
and
sniper.
And then so Max and Passos, Max gets shot, and then they have to try and get out alive, basically.
Yeah.
By
the time try to get the money back because they didn't get Fabiana.
Yeah, they didn't. And by the time they get to the guy with the money, he gets killed, and the bad guys have the money.
Yeah.
And then so Max and Passos has to shoot their way out, and they do. And this is a tougher level in the game, I think. This level specifically, because especially the section where you get to the bleachers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That part's real annoying.
Like where you're sniping or you're in the bleachers?
You're in the bleachers. You're being assisted. And it's like you have to run around and you're very open.
Yeah.
And this is more of a cover shooter than the previous games. So
yeah,
that part's tough. But you end up getting the final bit of it's pretty cool where you have to dive through the window. But you have a sniper section in this sequence too, remember?
Yeah.
Where you're covering Passos.
Yeah. And that's a pretty simple like section because you just look in the area. Cause I think you're locked too, right? You can't like
you can't leave
out. There was like this one part like towards the end, you know, where
where in the demolished buildings
downstairs, and Passos has his hands up.
Oh yeah.
I was not zoomed in at all, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even zoom in. And I just watched him die.
Oh, what happened? Your controller died?
No, I think my thing just glitched out or something because like it didn't let me zoom in or anything. It didn't stay locked, and then once it reloaded, it was
You
fixed.
just have to watch Passos
But
die.
I was like, okay, is this supposed to happen?
There was one sequence where I watched Passos die so many times. We'll get to that eventually.
Yeah.
Because
But
I
I was
didn't know what else was to do.
I thought that was part of the story. I was like, oh damn, that kind of sucks. Like, I felt for this.
No,
dude.
no, but they do the like game over thing real quick.
Yeah.
Also, when you die, I don't know how often you died, but usually it's Max getting shot in the head, and it's like a close up of it, and it's just like a still frame, and I'm like, Jesus, it was very violent.
Yeah. Did we mention the fact that when you kill the final person, you could keep shooting that person?
Right, and it's in slow motion, and it's like usually one of the
You
most
can make it slower too, right? Like if you hold
only on
A.
PC, I think.
Oh, okay.
One of the most intense ones of that specific situation is in the stadium level. It's the final person, when you have to jump into the skybox from the lights or whatever, and then it does it's like kind of a scripted event where Max is in slow motion and you have to shoot the guy before he shoots you. But if you shoot him and you just keep holding fire because Max is laying on the ground and the guy he's shooting is laying on the ground, you're just shooting into his crotch like a million. I just remember being like, Jesus, God, this game.
Even if he survives, he will not bear any children.
I shot him in the face, right? Like that was a kill shot. And I was just holding down fire because I knew he was the last guy. And he's just like pumping all the bullets into his crotch. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Sometimes when
I
I'm
felt
frustrated,
like I was like cutting him in half.
Yeah, that's crazy. Sometimes when I'm like frustrated or whatever, like if I've done that part of the chapter like so many times because I've died, I like the whole last minute killing thing because I can just throw all my frustrations on that one dude.
Oh, you know what's an interesting thing? I mean, there's a couple mechanics in this game that I think is really smart. So one of the things is if you die with low health during a checkpoint, you'll have full health. And then if you die again like a few more times, you'll have like you'll start getting a painkiller or like getting more ammo
every time, right?
I don't know how high it goes because like usually they give you enough things to where it's
I've noticed that like in this one area, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't have any painkillers. How do I have?
That's what I noticed.
Now?
You got all the way to full.
I got the 4 at one point.
Okay, 4. Yeah, because 8 is the limit, right?
I never maxed out, so I'm not sure. I guess
I think 8 is the limit to hold on to in the whole game. Because I never used them because I think that the last hit move that you do in the game, I think it's really valuable, and I actually like bank on it sometimes. Yeah. Because later on in the game, guys have armor; they're really hard to kill, like with a few shots. And if you're doing your last stand move, you kill them in one hit. Yeah. And so like, I was just like, sometimes I'll like go into an area. I'm like, I can afford a painkiller, but I do really want to hold on to my like ammo. So I go in, shoot them once with like a Uzi round in his like helmet head, and he still dies. Yeah. Or in his arm, you shoot them in the arm and they die.
There was one bit where I ran out of ammo and I did last stand and I was just falling. And I just died.
Yeah, well, Max has to be facing them, so sometimes you'll be shot from behind. Yeah, and before Max turns around all the way, he dies.
Yeah, if he's like 180 degrees away from him, he has to turn all the way around. And sometimes it's weird. Yeah, it's not even his head either. It's his arm.
It's his arm. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm like, I always like put the reticle over the person that killed me, and just wait for it to turn red. I'm just like, come on. But you don't want to pull because if you run out of ammo,
you're screwed.
Have you ever had that happen where you're like last stand, but then you're out of ammo?
I think that happened. Like I had like 2 shots left and I missed both my shots and then it just Max just
one time I got
falling.
Super greedy. There was like 3 guys. I got last stand happening. And so I shot 2 of them that weren't the guy. Like I had to drag the cursor over there before I could go shoot the final guy. And I was like, oh, this is working out perfectly. And then I like click. I was dead.
That's it. That sucks.
But so they botched the the ransom, and then they're back at the offices right after that.
I think so.
Yeah,
yes.
and they tell them that they botched it, and then
they get. I think this is still the office, and then I think Max goes over to Rodrigo, and then they get overwhelmed by Ufe, I think, because they ended up finding out that
is this before the boat stuff?
Yes.
When's the boat stuff? The boat stuff is after this?
I think it's after this. I think it's like the flashback, and then it's the boat stuff.
So this is when people invade the Bronco
headquarters. I don't know. Office.
Okay, so you don't know who it is at this time. He just says armored people. Like like
well, you kind of they're like what? Yeah, it was called like a paramilitary.
Yeah, Commando Sombra. That's who they are. Mm-hmm. It's because there's wait no, the Commando Sombra are the hold on, I'm mixing up all my gangs.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Commando Sombra is Serrano's gang, right?
Yes. That's
so who's the paramilitary death squad?
Ufe.
No, Ufe is the cops. Who's the other one? The one with the two. Ufe is the cops, right?
Special police unit, yeah.
And then who's the guys who's the death squad? What are they called? They're CS, right?
That's still
Commando Sombra. Yeah, so that means the first group, Serrano's group, they're called something else, the favela group.
I think so, yeah.
What are they called?
But I feel like it is Commando Sombra.
No, I think Commando Sombra is the death squad. I might be wrong. Yeah.
What's his name again?
Serrano. I found out the name.
Okay, good. Okay.
Kasha Preto.
Okay, that doesn't really... Okay, sure.
Yeah, they say Kasha Preto a lot. That's the first group. That's the group that attacked at the nightclub and Rocco's the hotel party.
Yeah.
So, as you're waiting for, Pasos and Victor and Marcello go somewhere, and it's just Max and Rodrigo.
Yeah, that's weird. Where did Pasos go?
He went to go talk with Marcello and Victor. You find out later why.
Okay.
Anyway, as your Max and Rodrigo are there, they start hearing like gunfire and stuff.
Yeah.
And so Max, and then it turns out Rodrigo's security system won't work. So Max, like, I'll take care of it. You wait here.
Yeah, you get some IT guy.
Yeah, you meet up with the IT guy, and then you have to get to server room. And this is a really good level. A lot of these levels are really good.
Yeah, they're all really
good. This is tough, much tougher than the earlier guys, because these guys wear body armor and stuff, like flak jackets.
Yeah.
And also like depressing. This game gets really depressing. Like you see people that you saw earlier, like innocent people, like dead. Like I remember, like just it does like a moment. It gives you a moment with like the front desk reception lady just dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, Max says something like shot by some hero, what killing, taking out the rich, one secretary at a time or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn. Like, I don't know, like the writing's still good. It feels like Max Payne. A lot more F-bombs, but it feels like Max Payne.
Yeah, but I mean it fits into his character. I feel.
Yeah, he gets really bad at during this game.
Yeah.
but and then there's like where you have your first boss fight. It's a guy after they crash through the front door.
Oh yeah.
There's a dude with
a machine gun.
Yeah, like minigun and helmet and like full regalia. Like,
what's the
armor
strategy for him? Do you just have to wait till he has to like reload or whatever?
Yeah, you have to shoot his helmet off.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know.
I mean, that's what I've done, but like it takes so long for his helmet to come off, I guess.
Yeah, I would just go into bullet time, run out, and just be shooting all of my bullets into his helmet, and go back into cover.
So you're supposed to just use a bullet time, just run left and right.
I think it depends on the gun too. I think like if you have a weaker gun, it's like it'll take longer. But if you have a stronger gun, it should knock his helmet off. It should also, when he drops his like big gun and you can pick it up, his like machine gun, and then you can't use it anymore because the level's over.
Yeah.
But anyway, you get to he goes back to Rodrigo Branco, and he finds him dead.
Yeah.
Bullet through the head, and even though the security system's been turned on at this point.
Yeah.
And it's not like a big firefight. It's just like a clean execution. But the tape has been stolen, so you don't know who killed him.
Yes.
And then as Max is like thinking about this, he finds out there's a bomb under Rodrigo.
Yeah.
And he gets away from the explosion, but now Bronco security is on fire.
Yeah.
And then Max is trying to you have to survive that. You have to get through it.
Yeah. I don't think anything special happens in that scene, right? It's just him going out.
You can't dual wield for some reason during this sequence.
I don't remember.
No, I'm saying that. Yeah, you can't.
I don't remember dual wielding. Yeah.
I tried, and I was like, oh, I wonder why they locked this out. But
I'm pretty sure it like hurts. So
Max gets information though. Right before he gets out, he hears where Fabiana's gonna be.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
Is this before the boat? This is after the boat stuff.
Nope.
Yeah, because he hears that Fabiana is gonna be in the slums. I'm talking about the first boat stuff, not the yacht boat, but the mission, the night mission.
No, this is before.
No, I think the night mission was before this attack.
Let me just double check. I mean, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the night mission with Passos, where you go in with a silenced pistol.
Yeah,
that was before the attack on Bronco HQ. Yeah, it's before Rodrigo gets killed for sure.
Is it?
Okay. Yeah, it is. Because anyway, so there was a night mission which was like it starts off kind of stealth, but like you lose it soon afterwards.
Yeah, no, there's no stealth in here.
But there's a set piece at the end of it where you're on a boat. Passos is driving the boat, and you're shooting at the boat. You're trying to catch up to a boat that has Fabiana in it.
Yeah,
because this is where you found Fabiana, and then but they get away.
Yeah,
and that's before Rodrigo dies for sure. Anyway, that mission's cool, but so afterwards, Max, is this where Max decides to? Yeah, so after Rodrigo dies, Max shaves his hair.
You're right.
Yeah, Max shaves all his hair off, and he decides to quit drinking.
Yep.
And is this where it goes into a flashback?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, and it goes back to how he met Passos for the first time.
Yeah.
And Max is in a bar in Jersey, drinking himself after being discharged from the police force.
As always.
He's got nothing to do. He's just sad. And Passos comes, this guy named Raul Passos, and he says, Max Payne, like, long time no see. We were at the academy together. Yeah. I have a job for you. Like, I have a job proposition for you. Max basically says, I don't want to do it. Yeah. But a dude comes in. He's the son of a local mobster, and he's real
cocky. He's just real.
Yeah, he's being a jerk.
Yeah.
And then Max threatens him, or Passos and Max threatens him.
Yeah, after a few drinks.
Yeah, so they leave, and then Passos and Max are just hanging out, talking, getting to know each other, and then these guys come back with guns.
Yep.
And there's a woman there at the bar who's like, who's been hanging out with Passos and Max, and she starts like talking back to this guy, this mobster guy.
Kid, really?
Yeah, he's like young, like probably like high school or college, and he's like, he smacks her with a gun. Yeah. And then Max shoots him.
That's it. That's where he draws a line.
he said something about like, I don't like seeing women get hit.
Yeah.
And then from then on it becomes a shootout, right? And then that's a cool level because it's looks a lot like Max Payne 1.
Yeah, definitely.
In a good way. Like it looks the part. And then so you shoot your way out of the whole situation and go back to Max's apartment. And then you the apartment like starts getting attacked, right?
Yeah.
Does the flashback end before that?
To the apartment. Well, yeah. You guys. I think Max and Passo's escape, and then I think it does go back.
No, you're right. I think it stays in New Jersey until a certain point.
Yeah.
There's another vagrant man, like crazy old man that shows up to save Max. Like in all of the Max Payne games, I feel like have had or at least Max Payne 2 had a couple. Remember, it had the old woman and it had the dudes in the apartment complex.
Yeah,
who would help Max?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Dude, there's another one in this one.
It was a homeless dude, right?
No, well, he lived in that apartment.
Yeah,
so he's not homeless, but he's he
looks very similar to that homeless dude from the Mac. I think it was third one, right?
Well, this is the third one.
Oh, sorry, second. Max Payne 2. He looks very similar, like aesthetically.
Yeah, I think he's that type, but it's interesting. Another one saves Max, and he blows himself up.
He kills himself. What the fuck?
Yeah, and then and so now you got like the New Jersey mob after you, and you shoot your way out of that situation. It cuts to present day, and because it goes back to this flashback at some point.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to just finish off the flashback, it's like he's.
Yeah, let's just finish off the flash. Yeah, let's just finish off the flashback.
Max ends up at his wife's grave. He mentions Mona Sachs. He said, "I never forgave myself about this whole Mona business."
Oh, okay.
Which is like, yeah, it's like a throwaway line. Kind of like shoves all of Max Payne 2 into one side. It's like, don't worry about that story.
Yeah.
And then
the main thing is about Michelle and his baby, which I forgot her name.
Yeah, Rose.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, baby,
and Michelle. Yeah. And Max is as he's at his wife's grave, which is like a detour. This is in New York, right?
Yeah, it should be, right? Because that's where
they're going to Queens. Yeah, because they're going to New York because Passos has a friend in Queens.
Yeah,
and then they start getting attacked by the mob.
Same mobsters.
The
same mobsters.
Yeah, because more mobsters, like hitmen, all sorts of hitmen.
Yeah, he has a bounty on his head now.
He has a bounty on his head, so he has to leave New York. Yeah, well, he has to leave. 100,000,
I think.
And then, and so this is a pretty tough level, if I recall.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of open spaces. It looks a lot like Max Payne 1, which is really cool.
Yeah,
but
it's great.
The part that always kept me getting Passos killed was there's a part where you get a grenade launcher, or you can get a grenade launcher.
I've not picked up a grenade launcher.
Okay, yeah, because you get. The fuck? There's a dude with a grenade launcher, and he pins you down. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember that part where Passos is like, "Oh, quick, Max! Like that guy has a grenade launcher." And you can like bullet time shoot their grenade in the air.
Yeah.
And then like it'll kill that guy, and which is a cool mechanic to learn now because it comes in handy later. But and then afterwards you can pick up that grenade launcher, and then the next set of areas you go into, Passos is gonna try and sneak around these guys, but then like he gets discovered and you have to shoot them all really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I just shot them all with a grenade launcher. And it was like 8 of them dead. And I was like, cool. And then there's a cutscene of Passos getting shot dead. I was like, okay, did I forget someone? So I tried it again, shot them all, and then Passos gets shot dead. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? And then so the final time I did it, I shot them all, and I took a step off, I took a step forward, and then Passos, there was no cutscene of him dying. And I was like, oh, I just have to be in this area. I see.
Oh my gosh.
I never knew that.
You just found the zone.
Yeah. But Max and Passos basically they hole up at a funeral home, and then they they almost get killed. They get captured at one point.
Yeah.
And they have to bury their own grave. They dig their own grave, but they shoot their way out of that situation. They basically shoot their way out of this whole situation. And now it's current day, right?
Yes.
Max is sober, bald, and in the middle of the favelas.
Yeah.
And wearing a big, bright shirt.
He is like
a really bright shirt.
Yeah, really colorful. It's like has trees and toucans on it.
Yeah, he looks super crazy. He's got a beard and sunglasses. This was like the art that they promoted Max Payne 3 with, like years before it came out.
Yeah, right?
And people were like, what the hell are you talking about? People were so mad. People were like, why is this Max Payne? Like,
yeah.
Because, Max Payne.
He looks like she's on a vacation.
Yeah, it's like, where's his trench coat? Where's his hair? You know, like, what happened? Why is this game? But I think it fits. It's a good part for his character.
Yeah.
And so this part is really cool tech-wise. Like, all the people, like, there's tons of, like, pedestrians and stuff throughout this level that, like, if you aim at them, they'll, like, close their windows, But, like, there's people in the backgrounds and stuff. But a police officer named De Silva talks to Max because Max is like looking for information on Fabiana.
Yes.
And he says, hey, Fabiana's up the hill. I'm not going to go up there because I'll get killed. Yep. You can go up there if you want.
Yeah.
So Max, tells Victor that he knows where Fabiana is and he's going to go rescue her. And then as Max goes there, he's going to go there, but then he starts getting attacked by the local gang, which is Kasha Preto. And so you shoot your way up the hill. Eventually you get to like close to where Fabiana is. And then what happens? There's doesn't something happen? Does he
like anything like essential or whatever?
Okay. I think you find her, but you find Marcello and Giovanna there.
How even, I guess.
Like they brought money?
Yeah, I think they're trying to like bribe, just like give them more money to give them Fabiana, but they got captured instead.
Yeah, and they got captured, and then Max tries to go in there, and it fails, and Fabiana gets killed.
Yep.
And then Giovanna and Marcello are taken.
Marcello gets shot in the leg.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
But then the Comando Sombra show up.
Yeah.
And then like it's this real hectic thing happening where there's like, and then the UFA show up too.
Yeah.
And like, so everyone's killing everyone and people are getting rounded up in the slums. Yep. And then Max eventually finds his way to Marcello and Giovanna, who are there with the Comando Sombra guy.
Yeah.
And he burns Marcello like alive. Like Marcello's dead. Yeah. And then so Max, you have to fight him. This is the boss fight I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Where like it just says press armor 1 to disarm, press X to it's like, okay, this isn't really a boss fight.
No, it isn't. It's just automatic win.
It's not even a quick time event. It's like because it's not like the buttons aren't coming up like and I have to push them at the right time. It's just like
you just press it whenever you want.
Push it. Yeah.
You do have time though.
Really? You can fail it?
Yeah. There's like three buttons you have to press. The last button for some reason when I was using my controller didn't work.
Oh, and you'd fail it?
Yeah, and I failed all the time. Like for some it says like left stick, right? Oh, I think it's because I switched out my controls. That's probably why. It's still telling me to press left.
Click. Gotcha.
But I switched over to keyboard because I was like, why isn't this working?
That's really funny.
And then I pressed shift, and that worked.
But so like after that, like Giovanna and Max are together, Giovanna and Max, and
I thought a love connection was gonna happen there.
You did?
Throw that out there.
She loves Passos.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I thought it was more like, nope. No, I still thought it was like a thing, but I thought he was gonna like contest almost.
Oh my
god,
God.
That's not really Max's style, really.
Yeah, not too much, but I love this sequence where you have to. I think the chapter is called "It's Drive or Shoot, Sister."
Yeah.
And so like Max and Giovanna are trying to stay alive and meet up with Raul, and
she throws up a couple times too.
Yeah, and it turns out she's pregnant.
Yeah,
and like
I didn't get that until she said it. I was like, "Why is she throwing up so much?" Like,
yeah,
I understand, the first time with like,
you could understand because she's just went through something horrifying.
Yeah, like that. When that happened to Marcello,
Yeah.
Right? When that happened to Marcella and she threw up then, I understood then. But like the second and third time was like, okay, that's it. That's a little too much. He died like a couple times.
Well, it's not just Marcella. Max is also shooting like hundreds of people during this sequence. But yeah, Max does say like, all right, Fabiana, you really need to like, or Giovanna, you really need to
like calm down.
And she's like, I'm perfectly calm. I'm also pregnant.
Yeah, that was like so sudden. I was like, okay.
And then
shit.
Is a really I like this whole sequence, especially when you get to a bus, like towards the end of the sequence.
Yeah,
and Giovanna is cool. She's really badass.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And she's driving the bus, and you're shooting bad guys, and like you're blowing up like gas stations. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but
I want to say that she was moe before, but when she said she was pregnant, she became even more moe.
Oh my gosh!
Just throw that out there.
she's the moe one.
Yeah,
Marcella moe.
Because I wanted to protect her at that point. I was like, shit, my friend's girlfriend is pregnant. I have to protect them now.
Yeah, right.
And also because like
care about Raul. Also,
it's Max too. Like his thing is like, his wife and child died.
Right,
so,
and Fabiana, when Fabiana dies, he even says like there I was standing above another like woman I was supposed to protect.
Yep.
Like because Mona died, Michelle died.
Yeah. By the way, too, like at this point, like there's no reason for Max to like even continue protecting her because the person that paid him is dead. And
yeah, there's no like financial reason, but he's doing it out of like his sense of duty. Like he is their bodyguard still. Just because Rodrigo's dead doesn't mean he's not their bodyguard.
Yeah,
but and so he really like this is his only thing in life is to save. It was to save Fabiana, and she died, and now it's to save, Marcello and Giovanna, and Marcello died. And so it's like really Giovanna is the only thing he has going.
Yeah.
And then so you rescue her and you get her to Passos, but then Passos leaves you. He flies away. Yeah. And then De Silva
Max gets really butthurt about that.
He gets very upset because that sucks. Like,
that does suck. Like he can't wait just a little bit.
Like Max has like at this point it's like the UFA are trying to kill him, like the cops. And so I mean,
I want to just I can understand where Passos is coming from though, because I'm pretty sure he wants to get her the hell out of that place.
No, I get that too, but like from Max's point of view, he says, "Tell Passos to wait for me." And then the next thing you see is a helicopter flying away after
no.
after you killed everyone. So after the shooting stops, and then so Max is very mad, and then De Silva shows up again. Yeah, and he says, "Hey, Max, like."
Loading didn't come up soon, so it was just a random ass car that popped up in front of me. It was talking.
Oh my god!
There's like no one in the passenger. Was like, who the fuck is this person?
That's really funny.
And then he popped up and was like, okay, all right.
Well, he shows up again to be like, hey Max, like something, like Passos isn't a stand-up guy. He's like, what are you talking about? Passos, he's a good guy. Like he says, no. Like, who are you getting paid by, Max? Were you getting paid by Victor? And Max is like, no, I was getting paid by Rodrigo. And he's like, well, Passos was getting paid by Victor.
6 different times.
He says, why is Passos getting paid by Victor? He's like, what do you think you were really doing in Panama, Max?
And then says, flip to cutscene.
No, flashback. Yeah. This is a really good mission. I keep saying that, but they are, like, I can remember them so clearly, this yacht party one where you're supposed to protect this woman. Oh, I don't remember her name. This American woman. Yes. Passos and Marcello are there too. So even though Marcello is dead, we get to see him one more time. Mm-hmm. And like this is Marcello's first meeting with Max, and he doesn't really like Max that much, but he said that like his writing's so good. He's so obnoxious, and they like write that so perfectly. Like there's a part where he's like Max, Passos. No, Marcello. Yeah. Marcello's like I love you, Mikey. I know I just met you, but I love you. He just like doesn't get his name right. And then he's like oh, I love New York. I've been to the East Hamptons. Do you know where that is? Max is like, I've been to Montauk. I went there for my honeymoon. He's like, I didn't know you're married. And he's like, she passed away. And he goes, good. No, not good. Bad.
No, not
bad.
good. Very, really bad.
It's like, but good, because that means I can get you laid. It's just like, shut the fuck up. You're the worst.
And then he brings over Pat Sos and just goes like, yeah, hey, where'd you get this guy? He needs to smile a bit more.
Yeah, and then like Max is like, I'm really like, I really don't want to handle this. So I'm gonna go lay down. Yeah. And then he passes out, and he wakes up to the boat is being invaded by a military group, like a mercenary group. Yeah. And so you shoot your way through it, and you see Passos and Marcello, like, doing like loading something into a Jeep. Yes. And then Max gets really to them.
Think about it too much.
Yeah, he does. He says he should have known then, but he didn't, because he was just getting drunk, and like, in that point in his life where he didn't, he's just like, hey, Passos, like, what's going on? Like, we have to go rescue that woman. And Passos is like, yeah, let's do it. Come on, let's go. They really
don't, though, right? Because they're paid to bodyguard Marcello.
Yeah, but well, no. I think they were paid to bodyguard her too.
Oh, okay.
Olivia something. Something. But anyway, Max and Passos go to rescue her, and then when they get there, they see a really grim scene.
Oh yeah, I think Passos is like kind of like saying like this shouldn't have happened too, right?
Yeah, or he says
he kind of gives away his like his position.
Well, I mean, I don't know like how involved he was in that murder, but yeah. But like the reason, like the Silva says that they were on the boat in the first place was because Marcello was using Olivia to smuggle money, like launder money through Panama, because they have like the Broncos had like a money launderer there. Yeah. And that was like the whole point of them like going down there, and like, they just kept Max in the dark about it. And the reason they even brought Max on in the first place was because Victor and Marcello schemed up that they needed someone stupid and American to be like the fall guy, to start shooting people without really asking questions, and be this guy that they can pin everything on. Yep. And Max is very upset when he finds out about all this, and he decides like, he's like, kind of want to die, but like, before I die, I want to like kill some bad guys. And De Silva's like, yeah, let me take you to a perfect place for that.
Let me just drop you off.
Yeah, here, if you survive, hit me up later. And he drops him off at this derelict hotel.
What the fuck?
And he says
he can't go in. De Silva can't go in there because he says he's a cop.
And he has a family.
Yeah.
And Max really has nothing to lose. So like, you see what you can do. And so Max goes in there, and he finds out very soon that this is a front.
Yeah.
It's an organ.
I don't like the whole makeshift silencer, by the way. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know how long it would last.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't last.
Actually, it was just a plastic bottle and duct tape.
Yeah, and I mean, it's funny because, like, I guess that's about as much precaution as Max could have made. Yeah. But this isn't a stealth mission. You don't get any opportunity for stealth.
I was kind of excited about it because, like, you know me in stealth. I'm all about it. But when that happened, I was like, no, this isn't gonna be a stealth mission.
And it doesn't work. It definitely doesn't work, because as soon as you shoot one person, everyone
knows. Everyone fucking knows.
Which I kind of like. I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, you find out that this place is a organ harvesting scheme. Yeah. All the people who were rounded up in the favelas, they were brought to this building.
Just to go back a little bit, if you don't mind, just a quick little section. When you're in the bus scene or that area, there's a TV that you click on, and there's a full animation, like almost like a mini episode of the Batman boy thing.
The Captain Baseball Batman?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember that because I felt a real sense of urgency throughout this.
No, yeah, I know. I did too, but I was looking for like pills and stuff. I was like, oh shit, I could hit this TV. It's funny because like when you watch it, you can hear Giovanna say, "Max, where are you?" I was like, oh shit,
that's really
that's right. But I watched the whole entire thing.
Well, the mission where you're trying to like look for Fabiana in the docks. There's that room where she was being held in with the video camera.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to figure out if I can like watch the tape or something.
Yeah.
I hit the TV on, and some infomercial popped up, and I was like, I can't watch an infomercial right now.
Yeah, I don't. This is important right now. Yeah,
it's really funny.
Max mentioned something about that. He says he ends up saying like, "What am I doing? I'm freaking crazy for doing this." Or something.
Actually, in the sequence that we're in right now at the building, with the organ harvesting, there's a piano in it later.
Oh yes, dude!
Yeah, he just starts like playing the theme song.
The theme song
kind
for
of
Max
badly.
Payne 3.
Yeah, he's like kind of bad at it because he's not good at piano.
I like that little Easter egg.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fun Easter eggs.
That was awesome. I like that.
But
also very, really, really just takes you out though.
No, but it's funny because he mentions what does he say? He
like
says,
this is a soundtrack of my life.
Yeah, and then he like kind of like bows or something.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
What is it? Yeah, he finds out it's an organ harvesting scheme. They're kidnapping poor people and, taking out their organs to sell to rich people.
Yeah.
And so Max is like very disgusted by this. He gets to the doctor. He finds the people and he frees them. And one of them is Serrano, the leader of the Caixa Preto.
Yeah.
And he's like at a real low point. And so Max decides not to kill him.
Yeah.
And then he gets to the doctor who you saw all the way in the beginning at that hotel party.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And the doctor's like trying to bargain for his life. And Max is like, what are you doing? Like he's like freaking out at this guy.
Yeah. And then he tries to bribe him, give him some money.
And then Serrano shows up. And so Max just lets Serrano kill him.
Uh-huh.
And then Max decides, I'm going to blow this place up. I'm just going to get rid of all of this.
Just going to blow it up.
Because this is horrible. So he finds a room with C4. And you have to like put C4 everywhere. And then he gets to the roof of the building. And, it has the other Commando Sombra guy. There was two of them. I don't remember. Neves, I think this guy's name is.
Yes.
And he's like... you have to, fight your way to the roof, and the guy's gonna like try and fly away on a helicopter, but like you end up killing all of them except for one guy left. It's Neves, and then Raul saves you, Passos, and then Max is really mad at him, and he's like, what does he say? He's like, I came to save you, and he's like, oh yeah, a real hero, and he's like, all right, Max, whatever, I have a baby on the way, I gotta go, and he's like, fuck you. Yeah. He's like, yeah, later, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And then they fly away, and the building falls apart. And then he gets a really sweet farewell with Passos and Giovanna. He tells them, like, good luck on your life. Hopefully, you have a chance, basically. You have a shot at something real and, not horrible.
Yeah.
And to take it. And then he talks to De Silva. And what is it? They have one more card to play, right? It's the final.
It's in the Ufe or something like that, right?
Yeah, they gotta hit Ufe. They gotta hit it. So Max and De Silva go to the Ufe building, and Max is gonna get himself arrested, and then
I thought he was going to his place or De Silva's branch or something, which was weird.
No, he's at the UFA. He's looking for what's his name? Becker, the guy you saw at the beginning of the party.
Ah, yes.
The leader of UFA, because Max knows that they worked with Commando Sombra to kidnap people and use their body parts or whatever. Yeah. Traffic organs. Yes. And so Max goes there, and he also knows that Victor's involved. Yes. And then Max gets himself arrested, which was part of the plan. And De Silva creates a riot, and Max has to shoot his way through it. Yes. This is probably one of my less favorite levels in the game because it's really boxed in, I feel. And it's still good, but it's also annoying. It's
linear, pretty much.
Also, this is the first time you pick up laser pointer guns.
Yep.
And so you're like, oh, these guns suck.
I thought they were gonna be. I thought they were gonna be really good, but nope.
Super annoying. There's there's this one sequence that I'm really glad I ditched the laser pointer guns, which is where you're sliding on the tray thing.
Yes.
And you're shooting people in the building on the other side. Mm-hmm. You know that slow motion sequence? It's like a set piece.
Yeah.
If I had a laser pointer gun, I would not have been able to hit a single person.
Yeah.
But anyway, Max gets to the end of the like area, and it's a boss fight against the Ufe guy, not Becker, but his like second in command. Creepy eyes. Guy with the creepy eyes.
Burn face too, kind of, right?
Yeah, he's got not that guy. That's the guy from Command de Sombra.
Ah, right.
No, I forget his name, but
yeah.
Anyway, this guy Beckmeyer, and you have to shoot the tiles,
the ceiling. Yeah, it's similar to like the Max Payne 1 and 2, where you have to shoot things above the enemy. Yeah,
for sure. You don't have to be as accurate in this one.
No.
I know. I was definitely blind firing from behind cover.
Yeah.
And it worked. And then you can shoot him when he pops his head up.
Yeah.
And then Max gets to Becker, and Victor gets the drop on Max and holds him at gunpoint. Mm-hmm. And then Max headbutts Victor, and so Becker and Victor start running away, and Max can't follow them because he like is cut off from them.
Yeah.
But him and De Silva know that they're gonna try and make a run for it on the at the airport. So Max does what Max does and goes through the front doors at the airport.
And immediately
all of
spotted.
Yeah, all of Ufe is trying to kill him. They lock the airport down, and this is a really cool final level. It's very hard. You have to have you learn everything from the game is here. And it's really fun though. It's tough and fun. Everyone's wearing body armor, so they're hard to kill.
Yeah.
But you get like big guns. You get magnums and stuff sometimes. And and like it has a really annoying sequence, which is the two trains riding next to each other.
Yeah.
You don't like that part
that one too much.
But I really like a lot of the level. I especially like it when you get to the what do you call that? The gates, you know, where the gates are of the
terminal.
The terminal, yeah.
Area? Yeah.
And like the health song starts playing.
Oh yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, I remember watching a YouTuber and he played that. I was like, damn, this song's pretty hype.
Yeah, it's a really good moment in that game. Like and you shoot your way through all of the airport. You finally get to.
I like that song.
Outside.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. You get to the outside finally, and there's Becker waiting for you with an army of his dudes, and you have to fight them. And eventually, you shoot Becker as he shoots. You shoot a grenade that he throws in the air, and you blow his arm off. And it's the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Do you remember this sequence?
Yeah, I was like, when that happened, I was like, holy shit! I just realized what's happening. Well, once he was bald, I kind of figured that that was gonna happen, but I didn't know who he was shooting at. I thought the person he was shooting at was just some random dude, where he was gonna shoot at.
I guess every Max Payne game opens with every Max Payne's opening narration has the line "They were all dead," and this one he also says "They were all dead." Like. Yeah, I guess I became what they wanted me to be. A
monster,
like a killer, or I'm some angry gringo. This is what they paid for, like whatever. Says this whole thing, and then you have a chance to shoot Becker or not.
Yeah,
but I mean it's a very short chance. If you don't do it, he just dies from his horrible wounds.
You know what? That's probably worse, right?
Yeah.
You're giving him mercy if you shoot him. Right?
I feel that way, and I don't think that guy deserves mercy. Yeah, he's a terrible person. So I didn't shoot him. And then but there's one more bad guy still, Victor Bronco. He's trying to run away. And so Max and De Silva, very action movie style. Driving a car. Max picks up Becker's grenade launcher, and you shoot the plane down from lifting off, and then Max, you see Victor come out, and De Silva pleads Max not to kill him because they have enough on him, he can go to jail now. And Max is like, very angry about about Victor, but he decides not to kill him. Victor laughs and says, I'll walk. And Max says, you'll walk with a limp. And he breaks his leg.
Well, I think it was it already broken though? And then he just hit it like
he
even more?
Stomps his leg. I don't know. You see like the bone.
Yeah, I saw the bone.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
And then Max, like, he leaves. It cuts to him in, I forget where he is. He's somewhere else.
Random ass desert area.
Island. He's like on the beach.
Oh, it is an island.
Yeah, he's at the beach. He's at
It felt so isolated though.
He's like at a beach cantina drinking a soda. It's very like, low key. And you see the news broadcast saying that like, the organ harvesting's like exposed, and Victor Bronco hung himself or was found hung in his cell. No one knows if it's murder or suicide. And and Max kind of smiles because justice or whatever. Finally. And then the game ends.
And play that music.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the health song plays again. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh my gosh.
It's great.
But yeah,
that's Max Payne.
That's Max Payne 3. Holy shit. What a fun game though.
It was. It was graphically and story-wise. It's great.
It's very graphic.
Yes.
A lot of like
picked up the
violence. Graphics. A lot of like grittiness, like when you're into favelas and like you're into like Cat House and everyone's like having sex in the background. And,
like, I was like, damn, if I were to stream this,
it's like a really like dingy, gross strip club. It's cool the way they like do that stuff. Like you really see the difference between the rich life and the poor life. Because you were at the like nightclubs and the like super rich areas of Sao Paulo in the beginning, and it's like it's a descent, in the game, throughout the game, and it's also a descent because like you go to like these like worse off condition areas,
Yeah.
But also like it's like sort of Max's descent because he's getting lower and lower in his life, and then there's a point where there's a point in the game where he like is after he shaves his head, right?
Yeah.
Until the end of the game. He doesn't get a break, right?
No.
Maybe he gets one break. He might get one break at one point because he has a suit on. It might be right before he attacks Ufa. But like, he gets so dirty throughout that point. I remember there's a part where he's like with Giovanna. And they're
just sleeping.
They're sleeping in like the gutter, basically. Yeah. And like, I was just like, oh, I feel so bad for these people. And next scene,
I think that was like the only time they actually Max ever got a break, right?
Yeah, and like Max ends up having to just throw his shirt away because it's so filthy, and like he's just like wearing his wife beater, and he's like his like dirty pants, and you're just like, these people, Max and Giovanna smell so bad right now.
Yeah, they need to take a shower.
Yeah, how are they ever gonna have time for that though?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely like a compelling game. I like didn't want to put it down for a while.
Yeah.
I remember liking it a lot when I played it back in the day. Mm-hmm. And it holds up really well.
Yeah, it's good.
Final thoughts, any? Or, I mean, do you have anything else to add?
I mean, I pretty much threw everything throughout this review. Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to play what's it called? Grand Theft Auto now. That's not necessarily a comparison.
I guess I have a question. It's Grand Theft Auto is apt because this game was made entirely by Rockstar. Remedy didn't make this game, right? Yeah. Didn't design for this game, nothing. So how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like it's keeping the spirit of Max Payne?
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely keeping the spirit. Like Max is still Max at the end of the game and during the game, and I think they kept that pretty well.
They definitely play up more of his like pill addiction, like depression.
Oh yeah,
it's like really like his like mental state throughout the past two games is like really like hammered home here. Because I mean, he's gone through so much. He's probably not going to be normal, but maybe by the end of this one, he's finally found some sort of peace.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because he always kind of finds peace at the end of his games, but then the next game starts.
He's just like sad again.
Like in the first game, he finds peace at the end of it, and it's like, oh, he might not go to jail. Then the second game, he's like very depressed in the beginning, and then the second game ends, and you're like, oh, Mona died, but maybe Max found something, you know. And the third game starts, and he's just drinking himself to death in Brazil, and you're like, oh god,
it still hurts. It wasn't so much about Mona either. It was more so like the first part of Max Payne.
Yeah, it's just
like his wife and child.
Yeah, and he's just like what am I? Like, only thing I'm good at is killing people.
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully Max is good at this point.
Well, he does smile as he walks away at the beach.
He's just gonna be a vigilante, or still just gonna be Max.
He just needs to be. He just needs to have a quiet life.
Yeah, just relax. Learn to relax, Max.
Never come back to the States or Brazil. Go somewhere nice.
Go to Canada.
Yeah, live somewhere.
They're all nice over there.
Live somewhere without that high of a crime rate. You know, because I feel like if there's a high crime rate, Max is gonna feel compelled to get involved.
All right. Well, that's Max Payne 3. It was great.
Yeah.
Good end for the series. I mean, as usual, but
next week we're not gonna have a Binch Bros podcast because Kia's gonna be on vacation.
Yeah, so we're gonna do like a break for this week, but I totally forgot. I'm going to Florida this week, so I won't be back till the week after.
Final thoughts on Max Payne versus Alan Wake.
Final thoughts. Max Payne. I like Max Payne a bit more.
Yeah,
I think I said Alan Wake last time.
You said Max Payne last time too.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You only played the first two Max Paynes, and you said that.
I'm still hitting that Max Payne. Max Payne is great.
What's your favorite Max Payne game?
I want to say 2. Only because of the whole. I really like the mechanic with the reload, and you do like the little spin move.
Yeah. It's crazy. You just finished an entire like series of games.
Yeah.
You played all of them. Like that you never played before, huh?
Yeah, I've never played it. It's very similar for when I did the Assassin's Creed series, which is much longer.
Oh, right, and much less of a like it's not about a straight story. It's about like many different stories.
And it gets really messed up after like the second too.
Yeah, this is just about like one guy's life.
Yeah, and it continues, which is good because like that's never, dude. I've said this before, like out of podcasts, and I think in podcasts at least one time. But like the podcast is the only reason why I'm actually being able to finish games. Other than that, I usually don't finish any of my single player games. So after playing Max Payne, like it's a good pace to play something that continues the story on the sequel.
Have you ever played an Uncharted game, Kia?
Nope.
I feel like we should do.
I have them.
Yeah, and I feel like we should do maybe because they released a Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy.
Yeah.
And but you've played Last of Us, so that won't work. I was gonna say we could do the Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Games.
Well, we could still finish off Naughty Dog or whatever's left.
Well, we couldn't do Jack and Daxter games, could we? On PS4?
Fuck.
Yeah, there's too many games. We could just do like
like
one of those series.
Yeah, sure.
Because Uncharted: Lost Legacy is coming out later this year.
Oh, that's right.
I was thinking like maybe
hit that up.
Yeah, maybe hit up the Uncharted games.
Yeah,
because I played through them.
I wanted to play them. Like I said, I have everything but 4. Like I have the trilogy Uncharted ones.
I played. Well, there's a Vita game that came out too, but and I played that too. But I played the other 4 on the stream with Timmy at Bad Friends Brigade. Like if anyone wants to watch that, they can watch that instead. But yeah, maybe one day we could do Uncharted. I'm thinking of like other game series that we could just knock out that's like completed and done. Because like Uncharted's done. I mean, Lost Legacy is coming out, so I guess it's not done. But like, Nathan Drake's story is done.
Yeah.
The reason I thought about it was because I was thinking Max Payne probably killed like over 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
when
You compare between those two, and it makes sense for Max Payne to do that. But when I guess Nate.
Well, I mean, it doesn't make sense for Max Payne to kill 1,000. That's so way too many people.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, it definitely doesn't make like Nathan Drake probably kills the same amount of people Max Payne kills.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Max Payne 3, you kill a lot of people.
Yeah.
I feel like you kill more people in Max Payne 3 than you do in Max Payne 1 and 2 combined.
I agree. But yeah, we could talk about that after podcast. But yeah, thank you for listening, everybody. We have been Binch Bros, your video game podcast. I've been Keo.
I'm Sejun. What? Why are we doing this?
I don't know. Just end it.
End.